Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Go for the banking. The next one is reconcile. What is the purpose of reconcile? Basically, each business has its bank account, right? When the business people deposit to your bank account and withdraw from bank account, take the record of all this transaction in the cash book. It means they have a record. But when they deposit into the bank or withdraw from the bank, banker also has their own record, right? And bankers at the end of a particular time period send a statement to the customers in order to specify which type of transaction is made during this time period, how many deposit is made, how many receipt is made, and how much balance is available at the end. And that statement is called bank reconciliation, and that statement is called bank statement, right? Sometimes the statement which is sent by the bank and the record which we have maintained in our cash book does not match. For example, in our record, it shows that our bank balance is, for example, bank balance should be 50,000. But when we receive the statement from the bank, that statement shows, for example, may show more than 50 or may show less than 50, or sometimes it may show equal to the 50. If it is equal to the 50, no need for reconciliation, for the correction. Reconciliation simply means correction of the bank statements with our record. Or on the other side, if the balance of the bank statement shows something else and the balance of our record shows something else, so definitely we have to go for the bank reconciliation statement, right? And you know why there are difference, why there might be difference between our record and their record. Sometimes bank charge interest on our bank account and they directly deduct it from our bank account. So they deducted, they reduce our bank account, and we are not informed yet. So that is why the bank records show less, our records show more. Or sometimes bank gave us interest. So that is why bank show more and our records show less. Or sometimes we issue check to the bank for the purpose of payment. We issue check to the bank for the purpose of payment. We reduce our balance and the banker do not pay the check, so that is why they do not decrease the balance, or either they reject the check. Or sometimes we deposit check to the bank until the check get transferred to our bank account. We increase the balance, the banker do not increase. So that is why there are several other reasons. So the bank balance may show different balance and our balance might be a different balance, right? For this purpose, you have to go for the bank reconciliation statement. In order to reconcile the account of the bank, so we have to click on this one. Now here it depends which bank account you want to reconcile. You want to reconcile your Kabul bank or you want to reconcile, for example, your AIP bank. Let us say I want to reconcile my AIP bank. First of all, you have to select the account. And the second one is the statement date. Which date you want to make the statement? For example, I want to make a statement on the, for example, today's date is 21st of June, for example, right? In 21st of June. This is the beginning balance. Beginning balance means this is belong to the bank. So it is basically beginning balance for this one means the last balance of the previous reconciliation. This is basically that one. Ending balance means the ending balance of your bank account. How we can find out this balance? You have to enter this one manually. How we can find out this one? We can find out from chart of account, right? We can find out from chart of account. But for this purpose, you have to close this section. Go for the chart of account or leave the chart of account. Yeah, it is also fine now. From chart of account, you can find out the balance of this bank, or otherwise you can find out from the fund transfer. From AIB, how much is the AIB balance? AIB balance is equal to amount of this much. So in order to remember this one, let us transfer some part of this amount to other bank. Let us say I want to transfer, we can say 837.77, right? We want to transfer this one. Now, how much is the balance of AIB? The balance of AIB 3188, right? 3188 is the balance of this one. Go for the purpose of reconciliation. So AIB, select 3188. and triple zero, right? This is the balance. This is the ending balance, so you have to take it from the ending balance of this AIB, right? Enter any service charge or interest. If the bank provide you service charge, if the bank, of course, charge you some interest, as I said before, for example, banker may charge interest because of loan. Banker may charge because of, for example, we can say unused account. Banker may charge you because of several other facilities which they provide, like online banking or this one or that one. If they charge some interest, we can mention that amount of interest, as well as you can mention the interest expenses account. For example, let us say we can say the banker, we can say charge us amount of 2,000 because of interest or because of some other expenses. On which date they have charged, for example, let us say they also have charged, for example, in this date. And it is accounts of expenses, so you have to link it with the interest expenses. Let us say on the other side, the banker has given us 2,000 interest also. They have given us the interest. Also, for example, date of 10, but this is a type of income. To which income we have to link it? Let us say, for example, we want to link it to interest income, right? So we have two types of interest expenses, interest income. Then continue with this one. When you continue with this one, so this difference should be basically zero. In order to make it zero, there are two sections. One section is check and the payments. These are the types of payments that we have made through the banks. And this side is the deposit and other credits. These are the deposit we made to the bank, and these are the credits, the payments that we made through the banks. Payment through the banks or check through the banks, and deposit or credit through the banks, right? So basically, when you receive this statement from the bank, so you have to check each item one by one, whether the items which we have in our statements, whether it is available on the banks or not. Which type of payment I have made? I have made this payment, this payment, this, and so on. Any type of payment you have to made, you have to compare with the bank statement, right? This is the payment which you made from your side, and this payment should match with the payment which appear on the payment side of the bank statement which is issued from the bank. And these are the deposit you made to the banks. So you have to check each one by one whether this payments, whether this deposit which you made, whether these things appear on the bank statement or not, right? So all these payments which you made and all this receipt with this deposit which you made, so both of them should appear or should match with the bank statement. If it match, it is fine. Otherwise, if it does not match, so definitely you can find the difference. In this case, both of them if match, so there is no difference. So it means we made a good reconciliation statement, right? Otherwise, if you don't want to select one by one, you can select all. Unmark all, then select all. Okay? So balance is equal to how much? 0. If there is a difference, it means there is a mistake. If there is a difference, it means there is a mistake. So we have to find out that one. We have to modify. If there is difference is 0. It means we made a good reconciliation statement. So our record and bank record is correct. So there is no problem. They can go for what? For reconcile. Reconcile this one now. It may take a few moments in order to do this one, right? If arrive, you call bank for the balance. Okay, right? So congratulations, your account is balanced. All marked items have been cleared in the accounts, right? Select the type of reconciliation report you would like to see. Summary report, detailed report, or both. Then you can do display the report and print the report, close it. Display the report, right? So this is the report of what? Bank reconciliation. So this is the things that you have done. So this is the ending balance of your bank account. So this was the purpose of bank reconciliation statement. If once again you go for the bank reconciliation statement, so this was your previous balance, right? Then again you have to select your previous balance. So sorry, this was the AIB bank. When you go for the AIB, the previous balance which I have mentioned as a opening, as a closing balance, now it appears as well as an opening balance, right? Again, in order to select the ending balance, you have to check the chart of account and find out the balance, how much is the balance. So this was the purpose of bank reconciliation statement in order to compare our record with the bank